Okay, I figured I'd put a battery in the old Yamaha here and try and figure out what works and what does not work. So far, I got all the dash lights, which I knew I had two of them before whenever I was running the machine, but the charging light does go out. The PTO, I don't know if it's working or not. So I tried turning it on when the engine was running earlier, and it stalled it, so it could be tied through the seat safety. Normally when the engine's off, though, on most machines, you can run your PTO and you won't have any problems. The headlight switch is another story. Every time the headlight switch gets hit, it pops the main fuse. So there's something going on with the headlight circuit that I'll have to figure out at a later date. But I figured I'd start it up just to let it run for a little bit and make sure everything's still doing okay on it. I'm waiting on parts on it for primarily the deck. I did receive the front mounting hardware. I don't know if I mentioned that in a previous video or not. This piece right here was missing. It is unattanium, but luckily the guy I got this machine from, or these machines from, did find both of them. So I do have two of them now. Now I'm just waiting on the pins for the front of the deck. I would like to try and find original stuff so I don't have to make stuff, just to make it a little bit easier. I could probably go to PV Mart and pick up some sort of a pin that would work, but I think I may have found originals and they were only 30 bucks delivered. So I'm gonna wait on them to get in and we'll go from there. But it's actually running halfway decent now, which is good. Just need to get the tank figured out and the fuel lines. Hopefully this machine won't be running off the bottle anymore. That will be next on this machine and the parts machine. They'll be taken apart and we'll explore the fuel system and try and get the fuel system working. But so far it does appear the fuel gauge actually works, which is nice. It's not a bad idea to have a working fuel gauge, especially on a more higher end machine. Let's see if it'll fire up without choke. As you saw, the oil pressure and battery light goes out instantly, which is good. So we are charging, which I had a feeling we were whenever I did drive this to the backyard. I had no battery, and I think there is a backfire prevention solenoid, but I don't know. Let's try and listen and see. I heard a slight click in the engine. It's kind of hard to tell from the click of the ignition and if there's actual click in the engine, unless you have your ear right down by the engine, or if you're looking to see if there is a physical backfire prevention solenoid. But there we go. Just figured I'd start it up, do a quick update on it. Waiting on parts, but I did get the main parts in that I needed, which is good. So we are getting closer to actually trying out this machine, and if I really wanted to, I could put a couple bolts in and run it and test the deck, but I don't want to do that. Also, I do still have a flat tire right here. I should address that sooner rather than later. I should also shut this fuel off. Don't want to overflow the system. And that will just stay like that against the battery, and the hood will go down and hold that in place. But there we go. Yamaha, this is a YT6800. Just a quick cold start and update. It's still here, and like I said, waiting on parts. So I'll talk to you later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.